Hi everyone! Happy Mother's Day first of all to all of our foodie mums and grandmas. Hope you're all having a lovely day. It's a bit different to normal, but hopefully this video will give you a little bit of enjoyment and something to try at home this week as well. So I'm Katie, this is Charlie, okay? And we are going to show you how to make one of Charlie's favourite recipes. He's chosen this one himself this week. So Charlie, do you want to tell everyone what we're making?
We're making stained glass biscuits.
Okay, so it's Charlie's birthday this week. How old are you going to be, Charlie?
8.
He's going to be 8 years old on Thursday. And obviously his birthday is going to be a little bit different to normal. But he's having a little treat that we're going to make one of his favourite recipes today, okay? And he's also wearing one of his birthday presents in advance. Want to stand up and show everyone what you've got on? That's it. So he has got his own new Fun Little Foodies apron because he outgrew his old one because he's so tall now.
And you can buy one as well.
Yeah, nice plug. Okay, so you could buy one of these if you want. So he's chosen purple. So we've got all the gear and all the ideas as well. So have a seat back down, Charlie. So we've obviously moved from our foodies venue for our videos now. So we're in my house, just because everybody needs to stay at home as much as they can to stay safe. So we thought we'll take all of our things to our house instead of our foodies venue today. So we're making stained glass biscuits. These are all the things that you are going to need. So we're going to show you the ingredients as best we can. We've tried to set up the camera properly, but hopefully everyone can see us. So first of all, Charlie, do you want to tell everybody what we've got? Maybe show everybody, see if you can kind of point things at the camera.
So first we have flour.
And this is plain flour.
Plain flour.
Okay.
And I can't pick this up, but we have butter right here.
Okay, and we've got 25 grams of butter. Okay, so this will hopefully make about 3 stained glass biscuits each. But obviously if you're doubling, making a bigger batch, then you can just do that. And we'll give you the recipe cards as well.
And this is the icing sugar.
Okay, just show everybody a little bit more. There we are. White icing sugar. Yeah. What else have we got?
This, I'm pretty sure is vanilla extract.
Yeah.
These, my favourite part, the sweets.
So these are boiled sweets. These are coloured boiled sweets. And these ones are from Morrison's. I'm sure you can get them in lots of other shops, okay? But that's where we've got these ones from, and they're pretty cheap for a big bag as well, okay? What else have we got?
This is milk, and we are going to need 1 tablespoon of milk.
Yeah, we think. So this recipe is, you kind of have to just play it, like you have to do it by eye a lot as well.
And for the flour, we will need 80 millilitres.
Well, these are our scoops. We'll just tell everyone what colour scoops we've got. So we've got the green one for our flour.
Blue is for the milk and the
icing sugar.
Yeah. And this is the red for the vanilla
So do you know how much is that?
That's
half. Do you know what this is? TSP?
Teaspoon.
Yeah, half a teaspoon. So this is for the vanilla. Or you can just use the cap, which is what we often do in our classes for the vanilla. Okay, what else have we got equipment-wise, Charlie?
We've got a fork.
Yeah.
We've got a rolling pin. We have a bowl. And some cutters.
And can you tell everyone what's the special thing about the cutters that we've got?
Well, we've got 2 of each. So we've got a big one, which is going to be the outside, and then we'll have a little one which we're going to put inside, and then we're going to stick our sweets in that hole, and then they should melt, and it'll look like stained glass.
Yeah, exactly. He's just done giving you a pretty good explanation. So just to recap, you need 2 cutters of different sizes, one big and one small. It doesn't matter if you had a big heart and then a small star, or a big circle and a small square, as long as you've got a small cutter that you can do a cutout hole in the middle of the big one. That's kind of what we're aiming for. So once you've got all of your things, what have we done first.
We have washed our hands.
Wash our hands, and we need to wash them for at least
30 seconds.
30 seconds, okay, that's brilliant. 20, 30, whatever. And if you want to sing our fun little foodie song while you're washing them, then go for it. If you want to sing a different song, go for it. So we're all ready to start. So we're going to start with our flour, and we need 1 flat scoop of flour. So remember, little foodies, how we whoosh our flour off. Charlie's going to show you. So he's going to dig in like a digger and then get flat hand, and he's going to whoosh it flat. Well done, excellent. So pop that in your bowl. We just need 1 scoop, okay? And then we are going to, and this is about, so if you haven't got our scoops, this is about 50 grams of flour, okay?
It's
so
60.
No, that's 80 millilitres, that's the volume, but it's the capacity is different, the weight. So we're going to push it flat. So yeah, these green scoops hold about 50 grams in your bowl, and then we are going to add our icing sugar. So we need 2 flat scoops of icing sugar, okay, and this will be about 20 grams of icing sugar. Okay, good. Icing sugar goes a bit messy because it's quite powdery, so you just have to be quite careful. Lovely. And I'm going to add mine. If you want a little bit less sugar, just to be a bit more healthy, then go for it, okay? Right, and then, oh, sorry, you can't really see my bowl. Okay, and then we're going to give it a little mix with our fork. So get your fork, Charlie, do a little mix. Okay. And now we are going to do some, do you know what we're going to do next with the butter? What do you think?
Tickling.
Tickling. So we love tickling at Foodies, don't we? So what we need to do when we're tickling our butter, this is another, what we call another way for rubbing it in, basically. So we are going to put it all in our bowl, all of our butter in our bowl. Remember, this is 25 grams of butter for this quantity. And I'm just breaking my butter up into little pieces. And then the trick is, when you're rubbing in or tickling, is to keep your butter covered in flour all the time. So you need to hide it. So I've got mine into little pieces like this. You need to hide it in your flour. Get it all hidden, and then look for the pieces. And when you find the pieces, you need to give them nice squish, and you need to be making your fingers go like this. Rub, rub, rub. Can you see my fingers doing that? Okay. So that's what we need to do. We need to get it all nice and crumbly and rubbed in. And we've got a few little things that we do when we're tickling, don't we, at home? Yeah? Can anyone remember them? Yeah, so we can do our rubbing when we pick it up and rub, rub, rub. Can you do that, Charlie? That's it. Now, if you want to stand up, I won't stand up because you won't be able to see me. But if you want to stand up, it's a bit more comfortable if you're kind of standing above your bowl, but you won't be able to see me if I do that. But you could do that at home. You could be standing up. We always encourage our foodies to stand up when they're cooking, because it's just a lot more comfortable for them, and they're at a better height, okay? We need to be a bit more high above the bowl. Right, so I'm going to do a bit more. I know, I kind of wish I could, but I'm too tall for the camera. So we're going to, can you show everyone how we do the rubbing? That's it, so scooping it up, rubbing it between our hands. So we do a bit of tickling, a bit of rubbing, and we can make it snow. Ooh, like that, can't we? Brilliant. Now, we're looking for a mixture that looks a bit like breadcrumbs or sand, like nice golden sand, okay? If only we could be somewhere golden and sandy right now, although we do have our beach in Whitley Bay, don't we? So we could go to Whitley Bay. So, how's yours looking, Charlie? Amazing, good boy. Right, what we do is, if we're not sure if it's all done, what you can do is give your bowl a little shake. Gentle shake. And then any big lumps will come to the top, okay? So I've got just a couple of little lumps to get out. That's it. We're trying not to squash our mixture together at this point. You're trying to break it all up, really, and kind of make it all crumbly. How's yours? Yeah, that looks really good. Now, we need to get all of our hands clean, so we need to give them a good rub over your bowl, over your bowl, over your bowl. We don't want this all over the carpet, do we? So, over the bowl. Okay, give them a clap, that's it. And then, of course, you can just wipe them on your apron, okay? So we can just give our aprons a little wipe. Christen your new apron with flour. Right.
We'll wash them, though.
We will wash them, yeah. Now, our next job is to put a little flavour into our mixture. So can you remember what flavour we've got?
Vanilla Rex.
Yeah. So we're just going to put half a teaspoon of vanilla extract in.
Shouldn't we just use the lid?
You can if you want, but it's probably, it gets less sticky. The bottle ends up getting a bit sticky if you use the lid, so lovely. So Charlie's doing some really careful pouring. That's brilliant. Okay, now I'll have some now for mine. Thank you. With the scoop. And then you can give it a mix with your fork. Okay. And this dough needs to come together into a little ball. So what else do we need to add now? Milk. Now this is the tricky bit because the dough will come together more easily than you think if you really keep mixing it, okay? So we're going to start, it's always best to start with less milk rather than, and then put more in rather than putting loads in, and then you'll have to add more flour and then the dough won't have the same right ratio, so it's not going to be as nice. So we're going to start just with 1 tablespoon of milk, okay? So we're going to do really careful pouring. We've got our jug of milk here. We're going to hold our scoop nice and level, nice and straight over the bowl, and carefully and slowly pour it to the top, okay? Brilliant. Well done, Charlie. In it goes. Right, and then just 1. That's it. I'll do mine, then you can give it a good mix. Now this biscuit dough is our go-to biscuit recipe basically. We use this recipe for a lot of biscuits that we make at Foodies. We use this for our jammy biscuits that we did a couple of weeks ago. It's a really nice one because the dough doesn't end up too sticky as opposed to a lot of biscuit recipes because it uses icing sugar which is a bit drier. Oh, see, mine's quite sticky now. Is yours? Yeah, I think we probably could have just done it a bit less milk actually. So I'm going to put a bit more flour in. Just put a little bit more in, okay. So yeah, where was I? Right, so it's quite a nice it's a nice biscuit recipe and it's very versatile. So if you don't want to make stained glass biscuits, if you haven't got the sweets or anything like that, you just make normal biscuits. Okay, so put a bit of flour on your hands. Okay, and we're just going to try and get our dough together into a ball.
Which I can't do without against my hands.
Right, let's have a look. Just try and hang on, stop. There we are. Charlie's got dough hands. Right, get it all off. Charlie's the messiest cook I know, by the way, aren't you? His sister's very tidy and Charlie's very messy, but very good.
The messier the better.
The messier the better, yeah, right. So do you want to rub some more flour on your hands? You just keep rubbing them, okay? Mine obviously is lovely. But it is quite soft.
No.
So probably what we should have done, even though I was just telling you guys to put less milk than you might need, we probably put a little bit too much actually. So we need to you maybe just start with half a scoop, then mix it and see how it goes, okay? Because it might dry. Don't squash it too much, you need to try and keep it dry, okay? Not sticky. Are you doing that?
Yeah.
Right, so put it on your mat, sprinkle a little bit of flour on. So a little bit of flour on your mat.
How many will we be making each?
Probably make 3, but we'll just have to see how we go. Okay, so it's quite a messy recipe, this one actually. So give your hands a little rub, okay. And the key is if your recipe's if your dough's quite sticky. So this is my dough, okay. I've put a bit of flour on, but it's nice and it's really soft, but it's nice. It's not sticky. It's just nice and soft. How's yours feeling? Good. Yeah, it's good. As long as you keep rolling it in a bit of flour, then it's fine. So the trick is when we're rolling this dough out is to keep flipping it and not use all of your muscles. I know our little foodie's got lots of muscles. I know you have, Charlie, but you need to do it gently. So you need to get your rolling pin. In fact, put a bit of flour on your rolling pin as well. Okay, just coat your rolling pin. That's it, just a little bit. And then we just need to really gently roll it, and every few rolls, flip it. Okay, so flip. And we're looking for about 1/2 centimetre thickness. Okay, just flip again. And then if it feels sticky, put a bit more flour on. If you made our jammy biscuits, you'll probably remember this recipe really well. Anyway, okay. Now, right, this bit here is thin enough. I think mine's probably thin enough now. But then just give it one final flip to make sure. Oh, you know what? This one's, I'm going to have to re-roll it. Oh, it's yours the same. Okay, so you need to keep rolling it. You need to keep flipping it to make sure it'll come off your mat. Okay. I think it's actually really warm in this room as well. That's the problem. So it's melting the butter.
I thought that didn't heating off.
The heating's not on. It's just because it's a sunny room. Right.
I'm good. I
I think mine's okay. We'll just try not to do it too thin.
And yeah, put some more flour in there.
Okay. Right, so once you've got your dough rolled out, how's yours doing, Charlie? Yeah, that's probably fine. Right, leave it like that. Let's just go with it, okay? We are going to start cutting our shapes out. So I've got a heart, Charlie's got a star. So we're going to cut out, so I'll just show you our dough first. So that's my dough. Do you want to show everyone your dough? Okay, so we're going to cut our shapes out, and because it's so warm in here, what we're going to do is cut them out and quickly put them on the greaseproof. Okay, so we've got a piece of greaseproof paper here as well. So we're going to cut, wiggle, wiggle, press down, wiggle, 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 pick up your shape. Oh, my heart's fallen apart. Right, here we are.
Broken heart.
Broken heart, yeah. And then put it on the mat. And then you can kind of re-roll your dough. Oh, that's a good start. Well done. Really good. If your dough ends up really sticky and it's kind of impossible to roll out, you could just use your hands to pat it down. That's a good idea as well. But if you want to
try that.
Yeah. But as long as you keep flipping.
Really effective.
Oh, but the problem is your hands will be warming the butter up. So you might, you don't want to pat it too much. Right, okay, I'm going to cut out another heart. Oh, that's a good one. There we are. And then I'm going to re-roll it again. See if you've patted it down. Let's see if you can actually pick that up, that one, because you patted it with your hands that time. Can you pick it up?
Yes.
Oh, well done. He's a professional. He's so good, aren't you?
Mm.
Charlie's always loved cooking, haven't you? And actually, yeah, actually, so when Charlie was about 3, we used to watch, what was it? That was that programme, I Can Cook on CBeebies.
Oh, yeah.
And Charlie asked to go to a cooking class, and I looked, and I couldn't find one. And that's when I thought, me and Kirsten thought that it would be a good idea to start our own classes.
Because she was retired as a teacher after she had
I wasn't
me.
retired. I'm not 60.
Well, you stopped.
I stopped, yeah. Right, I've got another heart. So I'm on number 3.
I don't think I can do it.
No, so...
Do
you want the heart? Oh, he's stealing my heart. I'm broken-hearted.
Stop making my do.
Sorry. Okay. Oh, I think I might be able to squeeze one more heart out of mine.
I don't think I can.
Yours might be a bit thicker than mine. I don't know. Actually, the stars are probably just a bit bigger.
Yeah.
Right, so can I have the heart one back, please? Right. Yeah, I can get one more.
Can I try
now,
my because I want
if
a
you...
extra?
Mm?
Can I try my do?
Well, you can... Yeah, you could have a try. Children just love eating dough, don't they? And there's nothing our foodies like more than just to eat flour and butter. Whatever works. So I'm just going to move these along on the mat so we can put all these on. I've got a little bit left over, a little bit of dough. This isn't going to be big. I know you're not eating that. This isn't going to be big enough for stained glass biscuits. I'm just going to make a little extra biscuit. So don't waste any dough. Use it all up. Don't eat it all, but just use it up. So I'm just going to try and show you these without them all tipping off.
I'll get the other side.
Hang on, I don't know if that's going to work.
You'll just...
Right, anyway, I'll just pick one up. So we've got stars here.
That's mine.
Yeah, and then we've got hearts here. So, in fact, I could do this. There we are. Okay, right, so what we need to do now is to make our little cutouts. So remember we had a small heart cutter and a small star cutter. Let's bring these towards us, then everyone will be able to see it better. So what we're going to do now is just get one of our, I'm going to do the heart biscuits, and you're just going to cut out a hole in the middle, okay? And then you can use your extra dough that you're using
to make a new one.
You could just make little heart biscuits. So I've just cut out this little heart, and we can cook that. So you can make little heart biscuits as well.
And star biscuits.
And star biscuits, yeah.
I made it thick because I did too.
Right, so we've got lots of little biscuits. We're running out of paper space. So you just need to leave like a fairly... Is that
a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it doesn't really matter because these don't spread very much.
That's my heart.
Oh, sorry. You do that one then.
My heart. Wait, where should I put this?
Just put it on. Just find some space. I can put some more paper out in a minute. So you just need to leave like a little border around. So I'll just show you one of my hearts. Okay. So that's kind of what we're looking for. And one of Charlie's stars. There. Okay. Ooh. Oh no. Right. Cool. We got room for that? Yeah.
Just
put it there.
Yeah,
right. We'll fit them all on. Okay. So that's our biscuits done. Now the last thing is to put our sweeties in. So you need to choose a colour. Now lots of people, when we made these in class, asked if we needed to crush the sweeties. It doesn't make any difference if you do that, basically. You can if you want, because it's maybe a bit fun, but the sweets will just melt, whatever size they are. So
I'm doing the stars.
The only thing is if you crush them, you can put a little bit less in if you've got smaller holes. But the sizes that we've used, we're just going to put the sweets in whole.
I'm doing purple sweets for my heart, and I'm doing yellow sweets for my stars.
Yeah, and so tell everyone what you said about doing the heart shaped today.
Oh yeah, for Mother's Day you could give your mum a heart shaped biscuit or a star if you wanted to.
Cute. Right. So how many did I? Did I do 4? I did 4 and you did 3, didn't you? You can do one of mine though if you want.
It's fine.
Okay.
I'll eat it.
No, it's fine. Yeah, Charlie loves eating everything, basically. Love food, don't you? He's the dustbin in our house, aren't you?
And Granddad.
And Granddad, yeah. So he doesn't know the dust. Right, okay, so... Ta-da!
You can't see.
I know they can't see, but I'm going to turn the phone. Right, and wait, no, come here. So this is what they look like now, okay? Did everyone see that? Hope so. So we are going to put these in the oven. Now, you do really need to keep an eye on these. Put them on about, careful, 180 degrees.
Should I get like a tray?
But if you've got a very hot oven, then you might need it a little bit lower.
Should I go and get a tray?
We'll get a tray in a minute. No, just stay there. And they should take about 10 minutes, but again, you just keep an eye on them, okay? They don't need to go golden brown. They just the sweet needs to melt, and they need to kind of have a very light golden tinge to them. And then obviously when they cool, the biscuit will harden up, but the sweet will harden up as well. Now, the only thing to tell you as well is that the sweet part in the middle will be quite sort of chewy, and then it'll go crunchy. So some little foodies will kind of bite the biscuit and go, "Ooh, lovely biscuit," and then they'll bite the sweet and not realise how hard it is. So just make sure you kind of warn them that it's actually the same consistency as a boiled sweet, because we sometimes get a few kids going, "Oh, it's quite shocking." So, but they are delicious. And they look really, really nice. And we will post a photo of them when they're out of the oven, won't we? Yeah? So, hopefully...
We could go to church and bring them with a picture of Jesus because they're stained glass.
Yeah, could do that. churches are shut though, never mind. So that is our stained glass biscuits. I'll just show you one more time what they look like. Can you see them? Yeah. So we hope you've enjoyed our video. And Charlie was very cross with me in our first video because I forgot to say something really important. So Charlie, do you want to say what we need to say?
Remember to subscribe.
Yeah, remember to subscribe below. Is that right? So we'll see you soon, and hope you have lots of fun cooking, and we miss everyone lots, okay? Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.